Hey guys, my name is Mind, and welcome back to another video. And today I've got for you the Boeing 747-400, which I know have been on some of your lists for wanting for quite some time, but it's finally here, and I will do a tutorial on it. Now, speaking of tutorials, if you have requested a tutorial for, say, a Star Wars ship or a military aircraft, be patient with me, please, because, those aren't my priority when building aircraft or anything, because I'm more of a commercial aircraft builder. It's just easier for me to shape. So just be patient. They will come eventually, but yeah, they'll come out soon. Anyway, so we've got the 747-400, and if you notice, I have a texture pack on. It's called the Plain Wool Texture Pack, and also I have faithful 32x32 HD on, I believe. Now what this does is it darkens up the stairs for me, and it helps a bit with that. I think it makes my aircraft look a lot better, because it used to be all purple. So like the leading edge of this aircraft, the slats would look purplish, but not anymore. So what we have here is the British Airways 747-400. This is what you'll be seeing in the thumbnail. Now, this aircraft, I'm pretty proud of it. There are some things that some people dislike. Some people dislike the underside of the nose, but can't really do much about that. It's just not enough space. So we can come around here, take a look at the tail. I'm pretty proud of this tail, although I don't like the white, but that's just how the livery is. And then you will notice that I have, to keep up with the styles and the times, I've changed the way we do vertical stabilizers. Well, actually, I'm not really keeping up, because I've been doing this for a while now. It's just a lot bigger, so you can actually notice it. Now, I did do 2 vertical stabilizers. Which one would you guys like to see in the video? This one or this one? And by video I mean tutorial. Now for the rest of the aircraft, I use this one, which I've actually broken a bit. But that's, and we can walk around that. I'm pretty proud of the way I shaped the fuselage. It's like just perfect right here, I feel. Can take a look at the engines. They are powered by the RB211s on Rolls-Royce RB211s on British Airways. But the thing is, these actually feel like I need to move this block back one, because it just juts out too much. So you may see that in the tutorial, or you may not. So with aircraft like mine, it's really small changes that you'll see, not big changes. Because when I do it exactly to scale, it helps a lot with shaping everything together. So we can look at the winglets. They're all I think they're a little gray tint on them on British Airways. I'm not sure. But pretty proud of these, because this is exactly where the winglet should start, and this is exactly where it should end. So exactly to scale there. I pride myself on being exactly to scale. The only thing that I think I know of in this world are probably the engines, because the engines would look too small if they're exactly to scale, other than on the 747, and then the winglets on the 737, because there's no way to make them look to scale and have them still look good. So we can break our way into here. Can start in the first class cabin, and yes, I did do an interior. So starting in the first class cabin, got the little indents. Now, I'm not 100% proud of this cabin. It's tight, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, there's no room to expand. And then we have, I believe this is called World Traveler. I think it's like premium economy. And then we've got Club World, or whatever they call it. British Airways has some weird names for their classes. So you've got the backwards facing seats, and then the trapdoors here. So they've got backwards facing seats, and I didn't like how you could see through there, so I put the trapdoor there just to minimize that. And then I realized that every street should have one because it's like a tray table. And actually, British Airways, the tray tables are wooden in the first class of the 747, from what I've seen. I know they're overhauling their 747 interiors, but yeah. Now we can come down into the economy section. Pretty simple. You've got your galley here. Not to outdo anyone, but galley looks like a kitchen. Got the toothpick there, and then some seats. And that's basically it for the first floor of the cabin. And then you've got some restrooms at the end that really would be this big, but no toilets in there. So we can come on down. Oh yeah, and I did add some buttons there, so you could get a representation of all the call buttons and all that in the 747 aircraft. So you can come around here, go up the stairs, go around here. Now this red thing, the red torch, there's actually a little red sign right there, so that's why I used that instead of the lever. So we've got more for business class. I don't know why they put the business class on top. It would make more sense to put the first class on top, but I guess it's just more prestigious to be in the nose. I never quite understood that. Got the restroom right there. And then we can come up into the cockpit. So you've got your jump seat here. There's actually 2 of them, I believe. At least that's what was modeled in, I believe, the PMDG 747. Then you've got your yokes, tight squeeze right under the glass. You got your yokes, you've got your foot pedals, throttle quadrant, and then all the displays and all the sorts. So we can come on out here, and I've got 4 liveries for you guys. Now you may be saying, mind, only 4 liveries? Come on, I expected you to make more. Well, you see, these take, I don't have World Edit, so these take a long time to clone. I do have clone commands, if I can show you. I can do /clone, but it takes a few minutes for a structure this size. And then secondly, because I don't have wands, it's a lot harder to go over everything. You have to break the block, then you have to place it, and it's just a pain. So next we have Delta. So these are on the GECF6 engines. We've got their blue winglets. We can take a look at the CF6s right here. Pretty small. We can take a look at the landing gear since I didn't show it off already. Now I was going to do the belly lights, but I always get it wrong and people get annoyed at me because I just guess on where the belly lights go. So can take a look at the landing gear. I didn't really know what to put under here, so I just filled it up. Pretty much the same with your educated guesses on that. Can continue down. Take a look at the tail. So is this little red triangle actually called a widget? Because I know they've got a livery called the Delta widget, but what is the red triangle shape itself called? So we can continue down. We have tie. Now ties, I'm proud of the tail cone. I'm not proud of the tail. So you've got the little flag here, and then you've got their logo on it. The logo is kind of ugly just because it's hard to fit in. Now you'll notice a lot of things are either hard to put in or really messed up in these builds. So the problem with the 747 is that it's big enough to do cool liveries, but it's also not big enough to fit everything in. So it's not like my 737 where one block would probably 1 or 2 blocks would probably represent that whole thing. But I guess I just have to deal with it. I like the livery, to be honest. And then you got the Thai text over here. I'm not sure if there was anything else, but yeah. Oh yeah, and then you may be also going, dang it. Broke that block. Why did you put the wing at a 45-degree angle? It's not. Well, see here, kids. That's not 45 degrees. And then also, 1.5 to 1. If you go onto the Boeing PDF and you get all the dimensions and you multiply it by 1.5 to 1, this is where the wing should end, okay? This is around where the wing should start. Notice I say around because I have the door to go off of, but yeah. So, I'm actually pretty proud of this swing. Came out quite well. Because a lot of the 747s, this sweepback, so big, even on the trailing edge, you have to go at it at a weird amount of blocks. So, I think I did that pretty well. Now, lastly, and then there's the one that was a work in progress. We have the KLM 747-400. So these are running on the GE CF6s. I've seen the landing gear. And this is their newer livery. So we've got the blue strip coming up. Now the blue strip shouldn't be through the windows, it should be under it, but that wouldn't look right because it's too low. So I decided to just put it on the windows. And then you've got the really small KLM text. Looks like PLM. Can't really do a K, it would just be that, but... And then the crown, it's so small, there's nothing much I could do for it. Oh yeah, and if you were wondering what it looked like with both sides, there you go. And then we can take a look around the upper deck of this aircraft, because it's got all the text and such. Oh, that's strange. I must have been a block off when I cloned it. Well, I'll fix that later. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'd like to thank you for watching. I do tutorials on aircraft like these. I also do showcases on aircraft like these. I also do showcases on buildings, which you will see in a new series coming to my channel soon. Now, we're almost at 100 subs. I do plan to have either a Q&A or a special for that. So you can subscribe to me on the right to help me get to that goal. My goal is to be at 1,000 by college. Now on the left, you can watch my latest video. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.